Hello everyone! New video, and I'm still working on my airplane. It's still not yet flying, but soon, very soon. So, in this video I have to do I have to do so many things, so I can't even say what I should do in this video. But, particularly what I plan to do. The console in the middle between the seats, I need to mount it. I need to cut out of aluminum few inserts for my panel. Why from the aluminum? Because, for example, I plan to start wiring just really soon, and in order to do wiring I need to mount circuit breakers just to make all adjustments of the lengths of the wires. But the thing is that currently it's out of that wood whatever thing which cannot withhold all the weight of the circuit breakers with wires, so it has to be aluminum, the insert. So yeah, I plan to work on the aluminum inserts, and that will likely require some learning curve about CNC machine, because cutting the aluminum versus cutting the wood in CNC machine is totally different world. Like here it's different. So yeah, this is what I'm planning to do, and actually I plan to start wiring. As soon as I have my panel inserts, I will start my wiring, and that's probably going to be a very long process, because as I understand from a from electrical perspective, while wiring something, some new ideas will come, so likely there will be lots of changes, but at least basic wiring I will start to do. Under basic I mean the master, avionics master, circuit breakers, power line, emergency backup power line, battery control lines, like to switch battery 1, battery 2, yeah, those things, right? Also I will pre-wire the headphone jacks, which will likely be in this console for rear passengers and for the front passengers. So all the things I'll start to work on. Well, let's work, more I can say. Let's start and let's see what I will be able to do in this video. So this is the moment. Well, looks like this is my aluminum panel. Finally I cut it with this CNC machine. Well, just briefly about this machine. This one is standard Chinese made 6040 CNC machine of eBay, or I don't even remember of where. I think it was eBay seller. Yeah, it's the spindle here, it's 2 kilowatt, 110 volts with 12,000 RPMs max. Yeah, I mean, my setup is quite simple, maybe quite wrong I would say, because there is no much protection around, and as you can see, this is, wow, it's pretty dirty job. But what I want to say is that all of you guys who are actually related or connected to machine shops, like machinists, well guys, I mean, I really, how to say, well, I mean, I really respect what you do, and I really now understand how smart you should be to do this job. I mean, for me, that's the first time in my life I'm cutting anything with CNC machine out of aluminum, and well, sounds like simple for someone who never did that, right? But in order to do that, and before I was able to get this particular piece, I had to go through the learning curve. Learning curve about SolidWorks, about the software to prepare the G-code, about the actual G-code, about feed rates, speeds. Oh my goodness, so many things. But I mean, I did all that obviously before I was able to generate that simple code with just two bare 1/8 or whatever aluminum and 1/16 aluminum, and just cut out of it the panel. So it took me a time. So all of you guys who understand what I'm talking about, yeah, I mean, I know my setup is very simple. And what I didn't like about this machine is the table itself. It's a bad table. I mean, it flex, it fluctuates, it has some play, and obviously because of that, I mean, when it goes from the corner to corner, somewhere in the middle it passed through. However, I was expecting it to go through two passes, and obviously at the corners it's fine. So yeah, I mean, this table is not straight, and also there is some play in the axis. But you know what, in overall I'm very happy with the result, because it looks to me quite straight, and yeah, quite straight and nice. Yeah, so that's how it is. And my 6040 machine has a Gecko Drive 540 controller box, and yeah, and the motors are, well, just some plain motors, again of eBay, and water cooling for the spindle. So that's about it, and the next steps will be to actually prepare this aluminum panel, make it look more smooth and nice without all those sharp corners. Well, upsize some holes, some openings, just because I was using the 1/8 drill bit for the milling, and I was using it to cut as well. Just didn't want to change tools. I'm not really familiar with that yet, how to go in program, how to readjust all those zeros. So I just used simple bit, milling bit with two grooves, just for cutting holes, and it's 1/8, so I need to make some holes bigger. Other than that, central opening for my EFIs and openings for the circuit breakers are fine. And now, after I pass through this process, I know how I can do the other panels for my airplane. So that's it, one problem less. But this was a first, because as I explained, I need to mount actually physical circuit breakers to have them mounted so I can attach wiring to the back. Yeah, so next step is coming. For now, I plan to do some cleanup here. I want to give you one recommendation. If you building RV10 and if you have not yet built your fuselage or your fuse, like your front part is still open. Anyway, in case if you plan to, I hope you plan to insulate your firewall from inside. Basically it's a soundproofing, right, for the sound and also heat. Like in my case, for example, I did it from outside, but I'm also doing it inside. So in case if you plan to do that from inside, my recommendation is, before you assemble the front section of your fuselage, because in assembly of fuselage you will have rear section assembly, front section assembly, and joining them together. Before you start to work on this fuselage, on the firewall forward, when your firewall is reinforced with the aluminum plates, and you basically have like your firewall, you can hold it in your hands and it's already reinforced, at that moment buy insulation material for inside and pre-cut it. No need to insulate, but pre-cut it. So basically put your firewall on the table, flip it over, take your insulation material and make all pre-cut. And you will remember me with the good words after you do that, because well, after everything is installed, it's a big pain to do that. Even though your top cover can be opened, it's still a pain to do that. Because if you have pedals, if you have rudder pedals and brake lines and everything installed, it's a pain to do that. So my recommendation is just spend some extra time, buy material in advance and apply it to the old firewall forward in advance. And also don't forget that you have to apply that material not only to firewall forward and sides, but also to the top from the inside. That's important, because obviously your sound proofing will work from this side, but if you want to apply it from the bottom of your kapot, wherever you call it, how you call it, it's not gonna work. It's very important. Yeah, that's my recommendation, and guess what? I'm doing that right now. Before I start my wiring, I just realized that I have to actually soundproof it from inside, and it is a pain. Like, to cut everything, it's a pain, but that's my recommendation. Hope it's gonna help to you. Yeah, so to let you better understand what I was talking about, that's the puzzle which you will have to cut. Otherwise, I spent hours, 2 hours basically, just to cut all this puzzle, taking the measurements from inside. But believe it or not, if you have your firewall on the table, that's gonna take you just 5-10 minutes to make it. So that's basically the puzzle to isolate firewall. Okay, received another box, and this box is actually crow belts, crow safety gear. It's just new box, just received it. Oh wow, that looks nice. So yeah, I ordered from the crow, ordered their safety system. Those nice pads. I picked everything in a black color, which I'm totally fine with, and wow, yeah, it looks quite cool. If you look, that's how it is. So it basically goes here. The other, I guess, to pull. Yeah, nice, it works. Well, I have not tried those yet, obviously, because my airplane is not yet flying. So once I install them in the airplane, it's going to be very interesting to look how it looks. Look, nice leather pad here to protect. That's basically a mechanism to unlock. That's how we unlock it. That it's unlocked. Now, if we want to lock it, we go in and lock. And yeah, obviously, so that's right away now. Looks like locked. Put it here. That's it. And you are locked inside. Well, looks nice. I like it. I will do a better review when I install it in my airplane. More or less, I finished with the insulation. I finished with insulation inside, outside. Now, one important moment. If you plan to use Air Sport center console with the controls, with the throttle quadrant located under your arm, basically in the armrest, original 3 openings here in the firewall for the throttle, for the prop and mixture cables are kind of too high. You will probably find it when you're gonna be installing it. So what I recommend is cover those, like close, insulate those 3 old openings and make it 3 new openings, but below, in the, if you look to the firewall, lower left corner. So if you look in opposite to the direction of the airplane from the firewall, lower left corner. You have about 3 inches safe distance from the left side to the center, where basically there is no on other side brake lines. In my case, I guess in your case it will be the same, about 3 inches safe distance. So I just decided to make 3 new holes, and that should give us enough distance for safe cables, and they're gonna be lower, way lower than original holes, which means they will go below the rudder pedals lines. Elizabeth, are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready to make a hose? You ready to work?
No.
What do you mean no?
I want to bite your nose.
No.
Yeah.
Ow. Okay, okay. Okay, so let's turn it on. So let's go with battery 1. You see that light? That light is basically will go into the ceiling. Ceiling is just It's for test here. I'm testing how it works with the flight flight data system controller, and well, basically I like it very much how it works. So you see that's my resistor, the pot regulator, and I can adjust the brightness. So it works nice, and I'm gonna have a couple of those. Oh, by the way, that's a speaker. Someone is saying you don't need a speaker, but I mean, I like when I can turn it on and hear something while engine is off on top. So it's nice to have. That's my connector for my, yeah, like my light switches, everything will be here, right? So I already start to prepare some stuff here. Okay, so what we have here is quite interesting. Okay, once again, so look at those lights. We have 3 lights here. This light is oil pressure. This one is, it's not how it's gonna look like. Actually, it's not gonna be blue anyway. Oil pressure, that's gonna be my alternator if not charging, and that's my stall light. So probably I'm gonna use different lights here, doesn't matter. The idea is that when I turn the master on to start the engine, my avionics is still off. So look at the light. I'm turning just the master on, you see? It goes through the self-check. It's my engine monitor model, does the self-check, and now it found that the oil pressure is low. So obviously it's red light. Why I have it here? Because when I'm starting my engine, my AFIS will not be on. The only way I can see if I have enough oil pressure or not is just by going with this light. So obviously I need some output to know that my engine oil pressure is okay or not. Only after my engine is started, I will go with the avionics master. That's my avionics master.
VIC system ready.
Okay, so that's our system has started. That is my, by the way, that's my engine monitor model. I'm still working on getting more wires to it. And that's my VIC's voice information computer system, which tells like altitudes and everything. Okay, yeah, so now this thing is started. Again, what you see on the screen is not likely not the what we're gonna have at the end of the day, but because I'm constantly changing my software. So now we have here my trimmers, and I added another trimmer here. So if you look, okay, first of all, how many trimmers will I have in my airplane? Obviously the nose up down, that's the trimmer which any airplane needs, that's absolutely. Now I also have a trimmer for the roll in the wings. I don't know if I'm gonna be using it or not, we will see. And I'm gonna likely have another trimmer for my rudder. For now, I only connected the main trimmer to trim the pitch down or up. And even if AFIS goes down, everything goes dead in flight, at least I can still have manual trimmer here. That's the reason I put the thing here. I mean, obviously it's probably not need this, doesn't need this indicator to have, but I'm gonna be having my trim switches in each stick. That's how it's gonna be. Plus, I'm gonna have one here. Again, I am a diamond airplane child, as I told before, and in my D820 I remember I have it somewhere here, so I like to have it here. Okay, so now, and my trimmers I also will have on my avionics here. So if I go with my trimmer now up, you can see it start to move up, right? So yeah, that's my nose, and yeah, that's my full nose. And same way, that's noisy, and you can see it moves backward. So yeah, that part works. Okay, anyway, so that's my trim part. My headphone jacks for the rear passengers. Here I have my USB port with voltmeter. Well, that's what I bought anyway, like USB with voltmeter. Now I have a set of the connectors here. This one without USB, without the voltmeter, but with the light. That's gonna be my bottom side, like for here, right? It's gonna be here. That's gonna be my USB with voltmeter and also the light, whatever, the cigarette lighter adapter. I'm going to be having a second radio, same to this one. By the way, this radio is from Valcom company. I met with the owner, very nice guy, and I like the quality of his products. And well, just accidentally I have two. I mean, I have this radio, and I just bought recently another one for like very good, super good price, so why to refuse? I mean, I was about to put a second Garmin, and I know I'm planning to have here the radio, the com radio, the remote one, but anyway, for now it's like that. Oh, by the way, that's another Valcom unit right here, and that's the VOR, like nav radio here. It's gonna be my true track for now here until I design my own autopilot. It's gonna be true track, and on the sides I'm gonna likely have altimeter and airspeed indicator. We'll see. That's my Mini Uni 2 defrost fans. Well, they work, but it's just, yeah, those lights are with the test, so I can test them. Well, this one is not connected yet. So that's how it is for now. Yeah, I mean, and I insulated everything. I passed some wiring. That's it for now, basically. And yeah, I'll show you later more in my new videos. Well, that's the end of this video. So as you can see, I work, I do things. Things are moving forward, which I'm happy about. Well, Vans, aircraft, if you can hear me, Greg, guys, please give me my finish kit. Past one more month passed since, I mean, the April was almost at the end. Checked my number in the queue for the finish kit. Well, still the same, no changes. I'm still 25th. So yeah, or 35th, no, 25th, 25. Yeah, I mean, no changes, no motion. I really hope that in May maybe something will change and your suppliers will supply you guys advance with the all what you need, and you can maybe make a batch of 25 at least finish kits so I can get mine. I mean, aside of jokes, the finishing kit of course stops me a lot from doing lots of other things. For those of you who build airplane, you likely understand what I'm talking about. So I'm at that stage when I'm working on avionics, but I can really quick go out of ideas what to do with avionics. Yeah, I have a still open wings, which I will close. I start to do wiring in wings. I did some wiring already for wings in my fuselage. Plus I decide this crazy idea to install yaw damper for true track. So that's going to be another maybe week of work for me. But yeah, I hope I can get my finish kit sooner better, because I want to hang engine and continue to work on everything. Yeah, so keep working, keep working on my avionics. In my office upstairs I already have 3 large, I mean 10.2 touch units assembled for my airplane, and now I work on some just code. I'm just writing some code for communication. Lots of plans for that, but until I install it in my airplane I don't really know what I really want. I mean, I know what I really want, but until it's installed, lots of things cannot be done properly. I mean, I just need to see how it's going to look like. But anyway, yeah, so for now I'm all focused on avionics and getting more and more parts and installing them one by one. So aircraft spruce and other companies, I'm just ordering all the time. Flying LEDs lights for my wings. I like the quality. I mean, yeah, I obviously I assembled it myself. it's not a big deal, but the quality of the kit, well, I like it. I mean, the guy, I guess he's somewhere in Australia, so very nice quality. Flying LEDs, I like the parts, quality of parts. I assembled it real quick, tested everything, and instructions for the average person who has no experience in soldering, for example, I guess it would be enough, because I mean, for me obviously it was a little bit boring because I do it for a living, the soldering, but instructions attached in with the kit are just perfect for average person to assemble. Everything is there, and it works. It's good, so good quality. Now, advanced flight systems lights control module. I also liked it. I bought it off eBay. I could just buy it directly from the seller, but I mean from the manufacturer, but just had a deal for the new one on eBay, so I bought it from there. It's going to be controlling all my inner lights, my floating lights, and yeah, so also good quality. Valcom, about Valcom I already said, very nice quality products, and nice to chat with and meet with the owner. Just doing some review of the products. Oh, okay, I got my Crow harnesses, but I guess it wasn't this video in the beginning, right? So I demonstrated that. That's it for now, guys. Okay, I'm gonna continue to work, have lots of stuff to do. This video is at the end because, well, we have some time to stop video and start a new, right? I mean, we cannot make everything in one video. So for those of you who build, keep in mind what I said about the firewall insulation and cut it now if you still have a chance. What else to recommend? About avionics, I don't know what to recommend. I do it on my own, but I know that many of you, like I have a couple of friends who came to see my airplane, and well, everyone said it's easier to order a panel. So I totally agree with them, because sometimes it's way easier just to order already panel and install it rather than just do what I'm doing. But for me, it's part of my what I do professionally, so why not to do that? So have a good one. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing, and I see you in my next video. Bye.